Hey, everybody. Oh, welcome to the Studying Brew. It is episode 943. That's 943. What the heck? I am flying solo tonight. My partner in business and in life. And he decided, no, I'm just kidding. He didn't decide. He did. He's helping out family. He had some family visiting from Montana this weekend. And, that whole thing that went down on Friday, that whole CrowdStrike Microsoft thing. Well, their flight's back. Sorry. I don't know what to do. Don't even check your luggage because I don't even know when you're going to get a flight. So he went down to San Diego, brought them back up to Riverside, and so he's at his mom's house right now. But he will be back. He should be back today. They said, "Hey, Andy, you should drive us back to Montana." And I said, "No, you shouldn't, because I am not doing 5 days without you again." That's what I totally did that. I know I'm bad, right? But guys, you're probably wondering why I'm talking about my husband being gone and all that stuff. I am Brandi. I am the one who teaches all this stuff. Andy is the one that works the background. Well, basically, he does everything else, right? He's just not available tonight. He's usually on here with me, but that's okay. We're gonna do the Kona Catchphrase, Brandi style. No, guys, I'm not gonna do like what I did last week. I'm gonna give you guys chances to in the chat to answer. We are going to do 6 questions. We're gonna observe. We're going to practice those observation skills, right? But as always, you know what we got to do first? We got to run that ad because this is your 30 minutes of free. So now we got to run an ad. But I promise you, it's not some weird ad for like deodorant or anything. It's for us. Oh my gosh. Have you guys ever like scrolled and you're just like, seriously? Like this is a cute dog video and now I have to deal with this ad? Yeah, that's what I say. I'm like, that's a random ad, but that's okay. That's okay. We're not doing that tonight. Anyways, guys, we are KonaButterflyz. As soon as my screen pops up here, we are KonaButterflyz. We like to teach people PMA. We like to teach people how to get their securities license. We like to teach people how to study because, guys, let me tell you something. I did not know how to study. As an adult, shoot, even probably as a kid, I didn't know how to study. You know how when people are like, let's get together and study. We never actually studied. I didn't even know what that was. Or when like you call up your friends and you're like, hey, let's hang out. And they're like, I'm studying. What is that? How do you do that? Right? Guys, that was me. I was the kid that was not studying because I didn't know how to do it. And so, I fumbled my way through all this stuff. I figured it out. I created a whole system, and that's what we teach you guys. It's okay to be different. You just got to get it done. Right. And so, guys, look, traditional ways don't always help everybody. So we found ways to kind of break those barriers. And now we provide a system that's not just about content. We teach you guys how to study. We teach you and we talk about your mindset all the time. And then we teach you guys those famous test taking techniques, right? That work on every multiple choice test, not just securities licensing. No, it helps with any professional level multiple choice test that you have to take, right? The skills that you learn how to study with us, all of these things, guys, will help you on any professional level. We've had people go back and get their bachelor's degree after learning these techniques. We've had people who got their bachelor's degree after learning these techniques, now have their master's degrees after getting these techniques down. Dude, I'm telling you, if they could do it, if I could do it, you definitely can do it, right? So guys, for more information, you guys could definitely scan that QR code, hit the link in the chats. And if you guys are on live, you guys can hit that link in the chat and it will take you to everything that we have, right? It'll take you to all the stuff that is all Kona, our social. It'll take you to our Patreon. It'll take you to our free message board on the Discord. It'll take you to all that stuff, right? Now, we are going to start the Kona Academy up traditionally starting in August, starting in about 2 weeks. So we're going to start that back up again in August. Right now, what we're doing in the Kona Academy for the SIEers is we're running through exam mastery. So we're really going keyword format, keyword focus, right? hitting up those live quizzes so you guys can see how that stuff works. But we also, don't forget, have those 21-day or 30-day study plans, right? Where you guys can actually start today. Start now, right? Don't wait. Don't put it off anymore, guys. The year is ticking away. Dude, I cannot believe it's already almost August. That is so crazy. The year is ticking away, guys. And I know you, when you started out in January, you said, this is the year I'm leveling up. This is the year I'm getting my securities license. Well, guess what? If you're waiting for the last minute, it is now that time. If you are a procrastinator, congratulations, you procrastinated to the end. And that is where we're at right now, guys. So please get on it. Either do our Kona Academy starting in 2 weeks, but you're here with us tonight on the brew, or get on to our self-study course. And like I said, it's a 21-day plans for the SIE 6 and 63, and it's a 30-day plan for the 26 and 65. We also have our study guides, guys. I was writing my little heart out today. I am writing the 3rd chapter of the 65-66 book. It's fun. It's exciting. I learned all about estates and foundations today. You guys would think that I hadn't taken this test before. I have, and I have passed the first try, right? But these are ebook style, guys. Our SIE is amazing. What it has is actually links to our videos in the SIE if you leave it as a digital format. It's pretty cool. Or you guys can go print it out, put some hole punches in it, put some binder in it. Dude, it's awesome. It's great. Our number is 951-290-3077. You can call and leave a message. Sometimes Andy can answer right away, but a lot of times he's really busy. So he either lets it go to voicemail and returns your call as soon as he can, or text him and he will also text back or probably call you. So if you are not a call person, make sure you tell him, because he is a call person. Now, tomorrow, guys, on the Kona Live, we have our Kona Academy, but it is Exam Mastery Edition. That's what we're calling it this month, Exam Mastery Edition, right? That's what we're doing, starting at 9:30 a.m. Pacific. And then right after that is the Series 6 Live. We've got some content that we want to cover tomorrow. So we're going to do that at 11 a.m. Pacific. And then for those of you who have registered and in the $100 tier and registered, not ors, but ands, then we have a small group right after that. All right, guys, you ready to do this? You ready to do this? We are going to do the Kona Catchphrase. The Kona Catchphrase. So how this is different than any other night is that we're really focusing on words that are not securities vocabulary. Let me stress that again for the people who have played along before and have passed a few exams with us. Guys, no securities content tonight. The Kona Catchphrase is all about finding connections using non-securities vocabulary. Yes, 6 questions, not using securities, yet these are securities quizzes. In the SIE today, I just so happened to, not the SIE, I'm sorry, our all member session today, I just so happened to pull a question that, in the scheme of things is what I was teaching this morning. It just so happens that one of the questions that I pulled, you actually didn't even need to know content. And I didn't do that on purpose. It was just the topic we were talking about. And it was like, wait a minute, we can get to this answer really without even knowing the difference between a mutual fund and an ETF, right? It was all about what was not an advantage. I think we can figure out what's good and what's not good just by the flow of the words, right? So that's what we're doing today. So for those of you who love the securities connection, we're going to try not to do securities connections tonight, right? We are just purely focused on words and what they mean to you outside of securities. Okay. Now, here's the rules about this game. I know we don't usually say we have rules to the Kona Catchphrase, but we do. And that is, okay, the rule that we have about the Kona Catchphrase is put it in the chat. Participate. If you can type in the chat, guys, definitely participate, because it really does help you. And if you're watching this replay or you're unable to to type up in the chat because you're driving or whatever, then, and that's awesome, don't watch this video because I read everything out loud. Then I want you guys to play along. Hey, I see this and this, and see how you match up to what we say here in the chat. I will read to you guys what other people put in the chat. All right, you guys ready? You guys ready? All right. So we like to start with the answers first, because reading the answers first really helps with trying to dial in the topic. How many of you guys have studied, taken a mixed quiz, and you're just like, man, all of the following what? You're like, man, that could be anything under the sun. So I like to start with the answers first because it helps me dial in the topic of the day, right? So we start with A, proper endorsement by all owners. B, certificates in good condition. C, the correct number of shares are delivered. Or D, proper signatures of a firm principal on the certificate. Now, in the chat, somebody's already putting the fact that it says all. Somebody put good. Somebody put correct. And then somebody also noticed that A and D start with proper. Now, how often do you guys see the word proper in studying? Like, now that I've already said it like a few times, like, by the way, is that how you spell it? Like, now that I'm seeing how somebody wrote it in the chat and how it is written in the, I totally want to look it up. How do you spell proper? That weird? That's probably weird, but that's okay. Bro, sorry. I think it's spelled right. Anyways, so okay, so I'm totally getting off track here. All right, so it is spelled with one P. Anyways, all right, guys, sorry, look at me getting off track. Focus. See, this is what happens when Andy's not here. See, if Andy was here, I would have been Googling that quietly to myself and not told anybody. Anyways, guys, so when we see that two choices start the same or even end the same, we like to say that these are either like opposite or similar to each other because, again, how often do we use proper, right? Okay, so now let's look at this stuff. Let's look at what else is going on in these answer choices, right? Proper endorsement by all owners. If something has multiple owners, ooh, B and D have certificates. Oh, I didn't even see that. That's a good catch. B has certificates and D is talking about certificates. Nice catch. So, okay, so let's look at these sentences as they are. Let's look at A and let's look at D. Excuse me. If things have multiple owners, don't you think that they all have to be endorsed by those owners? It doesn't matter what we're talking about. A check. Presidential candidates. I don't know. Sorry. But you guys see what I'm saying, right? Like endorsing by all owners definitely seems like a thing. And then proper signature of a firm principal on the certificate. Man, that sounds good too, right? Let's look at the question. Good delivery of a stock certificate requires all of the following except. Now, I see what you guys wrote in the chat about D being a double dip. Now, I'm not against that at all, but let's read the question. What are some key words that will help you pick either A or D or B or D in the question? We definitely see the word except. Again, I would like to say this, guys, this QBank loves to bold out our excepts, but that's not how it is on the test. I'm not seeing it. I do see the certificate. That's a great connection. Good certificate, all except, right? Good delivery. So we're talking about good delivery. So you ordered a package from Amazon and you want to make sure it has good delivery. What does that mean? Right? Does it mean that the correct number of whatever you ordered got delivered? So that is like a happy face, right? That's a good delivery. Good condition, that's probably good delivery, right? Now, if you bought it from somebody else, don't you want to make sure that it's been endorsed by all the owners? My Amazon delivery people are really nice. So if you bought a car and it had Andy and Brandi that the car was registered to, and you bought that car, doesn't it need to have Andy and Brandi's signature on it? Okay. Does it have to have the principal of Chevy? That's what I drive right now. I drive a Chevy Tahoe. Right? The principal of Chevy doesn't need to have it on there. Am I right? So then this is probably the one that's probably not, right? I know I'm leading you guys today. It's a habit. This is why Andy reads. Right? But do you guys see how we got there? And we didn't look up good delivery rules, did we? No, man, we just used our, real world experience. All right, I'm going to try to not say anything. I'm just going to read. All right, A, an account that allows the registered representative to make trades on a discretionary basis. B, an account that provides a group of services such as asset allocation, portfolio management, trade executions, and administration for a single fee. C says an account that provides trading for a cost based on the trade. And D says a trading account that allows customers to borrow a portion of the funds needed to complete a trade. Man, those all seem like something I've heard of. So how am I going to pull out key phrasing of each answer choice to make them different? Ooh. Group of services. See what I mean? That's perfect. Group of services. That's like a perfect way to look at it. Trade or trading. They all talk about trading. This talks about discretionary. What's in C? I'm only ignoring you. I see what you wrote because I'm trying not to go based on vocabulary. But you're right. Cost based on trade. Okay. And then what's different about D? Borrowing. Perfect. Okay. So do you guys see what we did? I know I led you a little bit, but did you guys see what I did there? What makes A different from B, different from C, different from D? Discretionary, group of services, cost based on the trade, borrow a portion, right? That's how we pull out the key words. Now, we talk about viewer discretion is advice all the time, right? Viewer discretion is advice. Group of services, kind of know what that means, right? It's a group of services. Based on the trade, probably a one-time thing, right? Borrow a portion. Am I buying a car? I don't know, right? Okay. Ooh. The question says, for those of you that aren't looking at the screen, the question says, a wrap account is? Oh, yeah. You guys got the connection to be a group of services, right? Now, did I need to read anything else? A burrito, exactly. But do you guys see that? I really didn't need all of the details of B. I really didn't need to know all the details of A, right? I'm just going based by what we circled in purple. Wrap, like spinach wrap, group of services. Like a burrito, like a package. Not like Kendrick Lamar, not that kind of rap. Yep. Listen to a lot of Kendrick Lamar. That's what my son listens to. All right. Form U4. Municipal Securities Rulemaking Board, the Central Registration Depository or Broker Check. That's all securities. Okay. Let's start with the words that mean something to us outside of securities. Like if I wasn't studying securities, I'd be like, what the heck, right? What the? You guys are seeing depositories. Those are usually banks. Great job. Look, are you absolutely right? Probably not about the depository being a bank, but you're doing exactly how you should. Like you're doing exactly what I want you to do. Real estate, maybe, right? Under broker, because it says broker check. Somebody put check you out. Ooh, I like that. Check you out. Check the broker. I like that. Just simply like check the broker. Not you two. Okay, I'm gonna say something very controversial. You guys ready? Not a big fan of YouTube. Rules. By the way, Kaplan forgets things. We got securities, which are investments. Did somebody put that? Securities are investments, but we also have the municipalities, right? Local governments. All right. That's funny. I know. I'm sorry, guys. It's controversial. I know. I'm one of the few that don't like YouTube. I know. It's bad. All right. said it meant it. Okay. Members and non-members alike can look into a broker's service and qualifications record by accessing which of the following services? Broker in the question, broker in the answer, right? And if I wanted to look into check you out, right? And that's right, guys. The answer is D. Now I'm going to tell you this. If you were studying, the CRD system and broker check are basically similar because we put our information into the CRD system. And then, but the public right here, you see where it says you see where it says non-members? That's what makes that a broker check. So a little bit of content, which we really didn't need. But if you were saying that members would use the CRD, but non-members could use both broker check and the CRD. By the way, if anybody's trying to sell you anything that says the word investment and you look them up on broker check and they do not exist, that means they do not have a securities license. So therefore they cannot use the word investment unless they're saying, would you like to buy a house for investing purposes? Okay. Does that make sense, guys? So if anybody tries to sell you on this is an investment or this is a retirement, I would definitely broker check their butts. Can you please give me your full name and correct spelling, please? It's like broker check doc. Just Google FINRA broker check and get the link. All right. Carrying firm, limited broker dealer, fully disclosed firm, introducing firm. Now, if you guys were studying the 26, you could probably very easily link two of these together, but we are ignoring content tonight, remember? So what does the word, and these are all firms, that's right, broker dealer is a firm, right? Meet, I like that. So that's what I'm saying. What do the words carrying, limited, fully disclosed, and introducing mean to you outside of securities? Introducing meet, I like that. Carrying holds, right? Because you're carrying. Fully disclosed and limited and fully. That's kind of different, right? But fully disclosed, limited. Right? Fully disclosed means it's all out there. Like you're transparent. It's all out there. It's all out there. C and D are the same. Yeah. Carry a bag. Carry a bag. What about a limited broker dealer? Has anybody ever heard of that? And even if you haven't, I mean, do we all know what the word limited means? Right? Can't do much. I like that. All right. So let's use these words. Some access, little bit, restricted. I love those. Those are all great words with limited. Let's look at that and look at the question, right? And make a match based on the question. I'm going to try to read it without leading you. Ready? Your broker-dealer executes trades for other broker-dealers and after execution settles those transactions for them. Your firm would be classified as which of the following? Perfect. Trades for other broker-dealers. What else is important in that question? Settles for them. I like that. Perfect. Yeah, execution would be part of that, right? Executes trades and settles them. Okay. Does that sound like you're limited? Does that sound like it's all out there? Like you disclosed everything? Oh, I got a guess and a no. I'm going to question that. Introducing, does it sound like you're meeting up? I love you guys. They're awesome. Right? But could it I will carry this for you. Doesn't it possibly sound like they're carrying somebody else's work? Carry everything. See, you guys got it. That's exactly it. You're carrying somebody else's work. And actually, here's where the content, Tim already mentioned it in the chat. These are actually the same type of firm. Introducing and fully disclosed is the same firm, which are limited in their capacities. Isn't that funny? So actually, the only one different, but this would be more of a Thursday night session when we do a little bit of vocabulary and keywords. That's where we would have said that. All right. Securities Information Center, SIC. Securities Investor Protection Corporation, SIPC. The Federal Deposit Insurance Company, FDIC. Is it deposit or depository? Look, the Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC. Securities and securities, RNA and B. Federal deposit, we're leaking up to banks, right? Corporation and corporation, great connection. This one definitely says investor. Does anybody else look at A and go, is that like the information centers that every city has? The visitor center? Yep, asset control, foreign. You guys ready? I think you guys got enough. Bump, bump. Which of the following companies were created by an act of Congress and provide securities investors limited financial coverage in the event that the investor servicing broker-dealer fails financially? The FDIC, yep, all banks have that. Limited financial coverage. Okay. What else? Like there's two words that go together. Securities, what goes next? What's the word next to securities? Investors. Check that out. Securities investors. It's almost word for word, isn't it? And then we know that the word coverage is protection, right? Whoop, whoop. See, look at that. And you may or may not be studying. So somebody put asset control in the chat, question mark. Asset control, question mark. Real quick. We say, if you guys have not watched an episode where we talk about OFAC, I'm on the list, and I did say OFAC, that I'm on the list. This is the one where if you're a threat to the US, OFAC starts to watch. All right. Yes, isn't this fun? All right. A holder of common stock may dispose of the shares in whichever way they choose. A holder of common stock may transfer the shares for value. A holder of common stock may transfer the shares with issuer's permission. Okay, come on. Can we just do this? Not even look at the other beginning. Yeah. A holder, common stock of all, right? So dispose of the shares in whatever way they choose, may transfer the shares for value, may transfer the shares with issuer's permission, or may transfer the shares for value with the transfer agent's permission. A is different. Ooh, right there. That's the difference. Right? Because it says dispose of, everything else says may transfer, may transfer, may transfer. C and D are talking about permission. Choose, whichever way they choose, right? You guys ready for the question? In regards to the rights of a common stockholder, freely transferable is best described by which of the following statements? What were freely transferable? I mean, this one, they made this easy, right? Freely transferable, they choose. That's cool. That's it, right? Freely, whichever way they choose. That is it. Value is specific and permission is not free. right? Great job. Good job, guys. Great job. Oh, that's it. We did it. We did it. Look at that, guys. 6 questions. No securities content. 6 questions. No securities content. All right, guys. So on that note, me, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, right? No, I thank you guys for being on and spending your Mondays with us, guys. We're going to do this again tomorrow, same time, same Zoom link. Everything is the same, but only tomorrow we're going to focus on those patterns. So, when somebody said that one's different or those two are similar, we're going to focus on that. What? Wait, what? Yes, 6 more questions that we are going to answer with absolutely no securities vocabulary using securities quizzes. Does this work on the real exam? You bet your bottom it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't be teaching you it. Just saying. Does it work on every exam? I mean, does it work for every question? Not every question, but it works for too many to ignore. All right. On that note, guys, I hope you guys all have an amazing night. I hope you guys all stay positive. I hope you guys all keep up with studying, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, actually, we will see you guys tomorrow. And yes, it was a proper brew. Have a great night, guys.